YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back on Total War Rome 2. And we are, of course, in the Octavian's Rome campaign. Sorry, I got confused for a minute. Almost forgot which campaign I was in. But yeah, that's where we are at. And still fighting against the Germanic tribes, but definitely having gained a great deal of power at this point, and I think that I was retraining and positioning for my attack on Antony. So I have Octavian here with some of his troops gaining chevrons. He's got all of his armored legionaries and Praetorian Guard, Praetorian Cav, and then for now I just got these mercenary Etruscan hoplites sitting in here. I'll replace those with better units later on. But anyway, yeah, so I've got his legion in Brundisium, and then I've got this legion here, and another in Arimnium, something. So I've got 4 legions poised to go after Octavian's Rome, and then just in case, I have a couple of legions poised to come through North Africa against Egypt in case they turn against me. So I think I'm in a good position. Let's take a look at any upgrades that we have. This army that just captured Istros could gains a rank there, and I'm pretty much out of money, so let's go ahead and end this turn. My economy's quite stable considering that I have some very expensive armies out there and that I have so many armies out there, so should be good. And as we continue to gain ground, that should just go up, and I'll do my best to try and build the right buildings and everything to keep it going well. Looks like those Boii rebels running around being a nuisance. German Confederation's retreating, understandably. And the Helvetii moving armies around, so we'll just kind of see what happens here. But yeah, so I managed to save most of my allies from the Germanic threat, and at this point gaining some pretty serious ground. Huge reward there, subjugating all those factions. We're going to stop at adoption, which will waste a lot of money, but that's okay. Let's see what we're looking like. Yeah, power-wise, it's balanced pretty well. I like the way the power balance is, so I think it's going well for us at the moment. There's 3 units in this small Boii army that I can't seem to get a hold of, and I don't want to have to send units chasing them, so we'll kind of just keep an eye on them and see what happens here. Once again, try to manipulate this agent. Sweet. Yeah, sweet. So we picked up this this warlord, and we can use him now to continue assisting our armies. Let's take this spy here. There's no point in going into this vicinity, as if Lugia, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so the city that we need to capture is right here, unless we go clear down to Sarmatia. So we actually have a few too many armies in this vicinity. We might need to move this general through here and just capture these 2, and we'll move down here in case we need to move against whoever owns Sarmatia at this point. So we'll see. But definitely liking our position at the moment. The position's quite strong. I'm wondering if this faction here, if I don't, maybe just ought not to betray them and get them out of the way. I may do so. Let's bring over one of these new armies that I have here. It'll be a great way for them to gain some experience. We'll march to Noria and then come down from the north. There's a German Confederation settlement there. These guys have quite a few provinces, so but we should be able to handle them. Don't really see it being an issue. Let's look at our total number of armies. I can still have 2 more armies if I want as well, and I may just hold off on that at the moment. We'll kind of see whether or not it becomes necessary. Okay, well, let's take a look at all my buildings real quick. Get some upgrades out there where we need it. Don't know that I necessarily need faster retraining, so I'll do the cattle farm. And let's see, let's convert this building, make it Romanized. And in Cordoba, which is the only one that we own in the settlement, we've already got a temple and a circus. Let's build this other structure there. So let's see what we got here in Hispania. So there's no more armies here. We're working on these farms, so that'll be an additional 3 to public or to squalor, 6 in total. So I might want to leave them alone, unless I upgrade this circus. That would kind of help balance it out for the whole province. From that standpoint, yeah, it does take 4 more food. Let's just kind of wait and see what all my other upgrades are gonna balance into, and then we'll know whether or not that'll be a good idea. But Bract, there we go. Visonto. Do I need to upgrade these structures? Is there any point to it? I don't think so. Carolus. Again, not sure that it... Well, we've got good public order. This would decrease my public order some, but give me quite a bit more wealth. And it doesn't cost any food. Same thing here, this would decrease the public order. A couple give me a little more food. This one uses 3 food for the trading port. Same thing there, it's going to use a lot of food. I think I'm good there. Take a look at some of our other places. I don't need 2 of these in the same province, so let's convert that over to a cattle farm. And call that good. I don't think I need to do anything there. Again, we have perfectly good public order down here. So I may go ahead and upgrade that to the enameler as well. And then public order here is fairly stable as well. And it's probably gaining in stability, yeah, because we're ridding it of Germanic influence. Probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and throw down an upgrade on one of those farms. Oh, except this is where I probably should be using my money. Let's see, so what do we need in this province? Let's definitely go ahead and drop another farm. And I'm going to make a cattle farm out of that one. We can convert that building if we just go back here. There we go. Alright. I'm going to give my armies one more turn to retrain. And we've gotten all that settled. This agent's leveled up. We can give him full level strength there. That'll be nice. And then this diplomat has ranked up as well, which should be quite handy. I like giving them added cultural conversion so that you can move them ahead of you into provinces where it's necessary. In the fight against Antony, it's not exactly going to be necessary.
I am unstoppable.
It looks like we're in a position to take out Numidia now as well. See what happens here. Finally we're going to get to take these guys out, so we'll just auto-resolve this. It's going to give them more kills than they deserve by a long shot, but whatever. Give them a good old kick in the nuts and stab in the shoulder. Not sure why the shoulder, but hey, why not? Sounds like it would be painful. So that should have us be rid of them.
My lord is willing
Numidia
to
wants
lay
a
down
peace
the sword.
treaty.
It is not often that he is moved to mercy.
And they're offering me money. I'll make a counter offer. You can have a peace treaty, and you become my client state. How about that? Alright. So Numidia is now my client state. Ooh, I wonder if I can, Faction, the Boii were destroyed. I wonder if I can get any cool Numidian units down here. We hire mercenaries, no Numidian nobles. And if we levy... Oh, cool! Numidian archers. That's cool. I've never seen these guys, and why doesn't Carthage have access to them? That's irritating. Yeah, I wish Carthage has access to those guys. Well, I don't need them in this army, but it may not hurt me to... yeah, I don't need them in this army. Just not necessary. I wonder if this army... Did I ever find any skirmishers for them? Yeah, just Velites. Egypt controls that, and I don't want to have to bring them all the way over to the Median territory. let's just march up in a position to be ready to march on Carthago, and then we'll just leave our troops sitting there. And then let's take this fleet and sail up North Africa. So let's make sure that Numidia, let's see, Celtiberian Confederation, still at war with Numidia. That's one thing that they never have seemed to fix about client states.
Do not try my patience with
We're going to have a trade agreement with Numidia.
My lord will not rest.
And then I wish you could demand people make peace, like the Celtiberian Confederation.
Greetings. Now speak plainly.
You can only ask them to
For
declare
we are
war.
an honest folk and value honesty in others.
It's kind of irritating that you can't force them to do this, but maybe they'll make peace now that I've become Numidia's governing state, basically. We'll see. And then I think we might be ready to march here in the north, so march against the German Confederation here. Looks like the Helvetii are already moving that way, so that's good. But this army, let's go ahead and get it moving. Winter is about to set in, so let's go ahead and get within range of this target here. And looks like my troops are still retraining a little bit, but should be plenty strong. Let's get this guy back in here for some more military training, and then this guy, he can come down here.
Commander.
Let's take this patrician out of this stack at Istros, and maybe go ahead and move him over here to spread some influence, and then let's bring this new converted warlord down here to do some military training on this army. I forgot I had those Amazonian riders in this army. That's going to be cool. And this army is now just kind of unnecessary in this province, so let's just start moving them down this way. And same thing, the spy can go ahead and start moving down here. And upgrade some of this stuff here. Okay. This province doesn't have a ton of public order. And I wonder why that is. It ought to be quite good. They're still getting rid of some Germanic influence there, I believe. And they can handle a couple of farm additions, though, I think. Geez, that cost a lot. 10,000. Let's go ahead and run some of these farm upgrades so that we can then turn around and upgrade to the circus in this province. Give us huge public order boost. Don't see why not at this point. Just make sure there's not buildings elsewhere that I need to focus on, because I did spend all my money there. We can expand Massalia. I'll do that on the next turn. No particular hurry at this moment. Okay. Which means we're going to need to end another turn before we can attack the Germanic Confederation. Make that spy better at poisoning. And let's see. Let's go out of forced march, get here, so be ready to betray these guys. I'm going to leave this army here because I don't want to leave myself open to Antony's Rome. And essentially what I would do is just immediately sail across and hit both of these settlements here. And I think that would leave me in pretty good shape. Yeah, we're definitely getting ready to make a nice push against Antony's Rome. I am so much looking forward to this. It's been quite a while in the making, but I do believe we're in a strong position. What could get challenging, though, is depending on how many of Antony's client states turn against me, and then just kind of how I manage my troops. Like, for the most part, my armies are pretty strong, but if they get, like, temporarily outnumbered, because remember, this is on the very hard setting, so sometimes the enemy units can cause me a great deal of damage, just like all these club levy are easily equivalent to my legionaries here. So just making sure that I make the most of what I got. Let's go ahead and fight this. I do feel confident that we can deal these guys the business. They just have this one mercenary spear horseman. It is a lot of infantry, more than I have, but I think we can handle it. So let's go ahead and fight this. And I'll see if I can kill those spear horsemen with my ballista. Now, before this patch, I was thinking about this the other day. Ballista ships now are almost worthless because they're so inaccurate. And ballistas themselves, it's hard to even hit walls because they're so inaccurate. I know that they were like pinpoint accurate previously and that it was sometimes annoying, but to be perfectly honest, I really don't see any point or purpose to using ballista anymore. And part of me wishes that they would just go back and put it back the way it was, because it seems to be quite pointless in its current state. As far as even using them, they don't seem to be very worthwhile. So, let's see. I'm going to put 1 unit of gladiators over here. A couple more units on this flank. And put my... you know what? I'm going to put my velites on a flank. I rarely do that. But let's try it. This might be interesting to use them more as support units. I almost want to just keep my legatus back here safe for now because he's pretty thrashed. What is this unit here? That's my German ballista. Don't know how much good this unit's really going to do me in this battle, but whatever. Take it off fire at will. Unselect the ballista. I think this is my 21 stack army. Let's get this battle started. I'm going to move up through the woods with all my troops. And there's our Germanic foe. And being in the woods is kind of purposeful on my part because I want some cover from the enemy skirmishers. And let's see if there's any good targets for my German ballista. There is. Let's shoot at that mercenary spear horseman. Is that the range of my German ballista? Am I missing something? Yeah, geez, it has a very short range. At least it seems like it. Okay, so I don't know what's going on here. I think the AI doesn't see...
Our hidden units have been discovered.
AI doesn't see that it's running like straight at my flank of skirmishers and stuff. So I'm going to flee back with all these units because I really don't want to square off with the AI in that position. Take my gladiators in here. This is actually really somewhat detrimental for me because now so much of my infantry is on the wrong flank.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Yeah, I'm going to get demolished if I stay here in this fight. Okay. I've kind of gotten these guys to turn around. Yeah, this is kind of a screwy engagement the AI has managed to pull me into. All my guys are relatively out of position and their skirmishers are getting lots of good shots on my men. Lots of very effective shots on my men, unfortunately. Skirmishers are going to have to pull back here. And these Germanic skirmishers actually have really good shields, as was pointed out in a video by Maximus. Let's see. Let's get my legionary cab back here. I am not doing the best job of managing this. Got to get these guys in. Go into skirmish mode. There we go. So these gladiators held on for a while, getting some work done. If we can get around this flank here. Let's get these skirmishers up. Good grief, so many Germanic youths. If I engage those Germanic youths there, though, the spears are going to catch me and kill me, so let's just hit the Germanic youths here. I see a couple of units to get into here. What is this unit? Okay, it's a reinforcing Wodenaz spear. Let's face it with my legionary since it's a sturdier unit and bring my gladiator in for flanking. And let's get into this Keenbrute bowwomen. Bring my general up for a little support here. These Germanic youths have barely taken any damage from my velites. Okay. Let's bring these cavalry around. And let's bring these guys over here for a rear charge. These gladiators really need to get in here too.
This is a shameful display.
Am I getting attacked by spear levy there? Let's see if we can get into the back of all these guys, inspire some of my troops, drop fear, war cry some of these units, intimidate the enemy general, just do everything we can to see if we can get a chain route going here. And I've got blobbed up units here, let's pull them out. And we did achieve a chain route for the most part back here. My men are saying Evocati right now, even though I'm pretty sure I don't have any Evocati in this fight. Let's get that cav unit out of there, pull this one around for a rear charge. Get that legionary cav out of that fight. Being attacked by spear brothers. And there we go. Just get these legionary cav out of here and re-engage this infantry with some of my own. Ready for a rear charge on these Wodenaz spears that are actually just straight up destroying. Oh, that is an Evocati cohort. And that Wodenaz spear is destroying my Evocati cohort. But that rear charge ought to finish them off. And the battle should be swapping over to my favor. Let's get my general away. There's a spear brother roaming around back here going after my German ballista. Can't say that I care if it kills them. And I've got to pay attention here because this legionary cav is getting killed by this annoying spear brother that is persistently chasing my men. Okay.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
That's going to be it for the rest of the Germanic troops here. They're going to rout off the field, so they got quite a few kills just due to my sloppy management, but hey, whatever. Still got the job done. Man, I lost way too many units. It is crazy how strong some of their units can get. Like, look at this right here, 173 kills on that spear brother. Good grief. 99 kills on this Germanic youth. Holy crap. So, their spear levy actually did not do so well. I was surprised because they have been doing very well, or their club levy, I should say, against my legionaries. But that's most of the troops that the Germanic Confederation had left, and they got beaten down pretty badly. The loss of just a couple of units for me. Which, losing those units is... Oh, look, they have more troops right behind them. Interesting. That's what I'm kind of worried about, the Civil War, and that's why I went back and started recruiting some insane troops for Octavian's army. Ah, good. They negotiated peace. Excellent. That's what I was hoping for. Let's get back up here to my city. Let these guys... they're not even going to be able to retrain in the city. They're still going to take attrition, because we must be having an extra harsh winter or something. But let's bring up this spy and see if we can go ahead and start causing some grief here. Do some poison provisions. There we go. We'll start softening up the Germanic Confederation even more. These guys are not suffering any attrition, which is good. Nor is this army. I'm not sure I'm ready to declare war on that other faction just yet, though. And then we should be in position to go after Egypt if necessary. So we're definitely in a good position to threaten all of our enemies at the moment, and every turn makes Octavian's armies even stronger. We're already up to 76 attack and 91 base morale on these Praetorian Guard. They're going to be quite frightening units. His army is going to grow extremely powerful in this case, so it's going to be pretty exciting, also especially if we can get some good skirmishers into that army. Let's go ahead and upgrade to the... just upgrade the rest of these buildings in this province. Well, actually I don't know that I have a reason to upgrade those. Might make more sense to do it here in Rome. Man, that is so expensive to upgrade the Circus Maximus. Let's actually wait and go build a few other key buildings elsewhere that are a little more necessary, like here. And just see what else. Yeah, here I was gonna build cattle trader and a Gallia is also gonna build a cattle trader here, I think. And here at Narbonnesus we're gonna need a gladiator school. Sontio, Careless. Looks like I just have the Temple to Vulcan here, which is not providing particularly large amount of public order, but I was getting wealth from it, which is nice. But my public order in this province is none too pretty. So I may want to convert this over to... I'll lose the income, but I get more public order from it being the Temple of Jupiter, I think. Or, actually, Minerva still gives me a little bit, plus all the public order. That's not bad. Let's try that. Mediolanium. Looks like we have the right structures here for the most part. Public order is stable. I wonder why it's not any better than it is. Okay, still some Celtic culture. Interesting how the Celtic culture stays here, even though I have basically pushed it out in its entirety. Just trying to think about what building I should put in here. Don't have a lot of public order to work with. Could put in another another temple, but that just eats more food. Don't really need growth at this point. I mean, I've only got one more slot that can be filled. Or no, that would be... No, I don't need any growth really at this point either. Not really a whole lot of point to any of these structures, to be honest. Might just build a suburbia there. And Magna Germania. Running lower on funds here. Let's just save some of this money and determine what we should do with it from here. Rome has got such strong public order, though it kind of makes me think we should just go ahead and upgrade these farms that are there to the most expensive version. Sneaking wintertime is making it hard for me to get around. But that's pretty much going to be it for this episode. I'm thinking I'm going to cut it off here, and I'll pick it back up next time. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Heir of Carthage, signing off for now.